Hello and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. I have two 40% alcohol Irish blended whiskeys. This is Michael Collins, introduced in 2006, a blend, double distilled, as opposed to the typical triple distilled. So in 1921, the year of the Irish Treaty, which set up the establishment of the Irish Free State in 1922, a self-governing part of the British Empire, and Northern Ireland, a British, part of the United Kingdom still today. So they gave up part of Ireland. All right, but anyway, and Michael Collins was killed in an ambush in 1922 during the Irish Civil War between the moderates who were willing to sign the treaty that said they would recognize King George V as King of Ireland, and the I guess you call them extremists that said no, we want a republic. The Irish Free State and the British won the war, and they had the Irish Free State. Then in 1949, it did become the Irish Republic with their own president, and they left the British Empire, the British Commonwealth. All right. Although, like I said, Northern Ireland is still part of that outfit. All right. The empire. Get this thing to focus. Now, here is hello, Butch Willie. Now, here is another one. I bought this at Albertsons. It's Drumcastle Irish Whiskey. I think it says barrel aged, which means nothing because all Irish whiskey is barrel aged. Drumcastle introduced in 2016, aged 3 years. It has an age statement. The Michael Collins has no age statement. This is triple distilled, I think, showing a Castle Keep. You were sad. Oh, you're talking about BC? Big Chris? Yeah. Proudly distilled and blended in Ireland. Master distilled. Doesn't say triple distilled. So it's got olive green, gold, and black. Nice looking, and white. Nice looking label. Introduced 8 years ago. It's bottled in Kentucky, actually. A lot of these things are. And it says bottled by the Founders Company. Okay. But you'll notice that's a Sazerac bottle. Now you can figure out the rest of the story. A blend of 100% Irish whiskey, mellowed in a combination of bourbon and wine oak barrels for 3 years. So they're aging this in bourbon barrels and wine barrels. Now, how are they doing it? I don't know how they're doing it. Years ago, I bought this for $14.99, and I went through the whole bottle with taste challenges, and then it was such a good deal, I just couldn't resist. I was like, so this is my second bottle, but it won't be a third. It won't be a third. I know my hair is getting. Let me go fix my hair. It's getting blown around with this wind. Tropical storm coming. Uh-oh. Now, the news said you shouldn't worry about this tropical storm because even though it's forming in the Caribbean and coming into the Gulf later, they said they can't maintain their strength. It's too late in the year. They dissipate. They fall apart. All right. like I said, they had it on discount to $14.99. And let me see if I can find anything about triple distilled. Elegant and smooth, of course. Blended by master distillers of Irish whiskey, and we don't know who they are, and we're never going to find out. Probably one of the big distillers like Middleton or Cooley or Kilbeggan or not Tullamore. The one with the Phoenix on it that we started in 2012. You know what I'm talking about. No, I mean but I doubt it's them. But it doesn't say how many times distilled. It just says proudly distilled. Okay. Okay, so we don't know. So since I don't know, I'm not going to put a comment. I don't make claims to what I don't know. Okay, so let's edit that right now. Oh yeah, I never did put the distillation. Good. All right, so can't show you a website for this. This was produced by Cooley Distillery. Oh yeah, I was thinking about Teeling Distillery. Cooley Distillery for Sidney Frank Company. Well, Sidney Frank died on a plane, not in a plane crash. He died on a plane. He had like a heart attack, some other kind of medical emergency, and he died, and his family sold the company. So Sazerac owns Michael Collins today. But they don't show this one on the website. They show Michael Collins The Prediction, a different whiskey. But Sazerac's a strange company, so they might still make it. They might still own it, but they don't talk about it. All right. Hope you're all well, Ron. Thank you, Joe Cop. But thank you. I appreciate you watching. This bottle comes from 2011. This bottle's from 2011. It says it on the back. Even gives you the date. September 29th, I think. Not important. All right. Screen share. Now, the closest Albertsons store to me is not showing Drumcastle. Maybe they dropped it. But Jewel Osco is in one of their stores. That's in the Chicago area. But Jewel Osco and Albertsons is the same company because Albertsons bought Jewel Osco many years ago. So $15.99, that's only $1 more than I paid years ago. Oh, man. Though, you better buy it by tomorrow. Election day, they said that the sale ends tomorrow. Maybe they'll drop it more. Okay. Delivery is available and pickup is available naturally. Okay, so Drumcastle, same bottle I'm showing. Drumcastle Irish Whiskey 80 proof is a smooth, creamy Irish whiskey that is perfect sipping on the rocks or mixed with your favorite cocktail. Notice they don't mention sipping neat at room temperature. This whiskey made from a blend of malted and unmalted barley. No grain whiskey. And is aged in American oak barrels for a minimum of 3 years. It is a rich, smooth flavor with notes of vanilla, caramel, and I liked the product when I first tried it. My daughter tried it with me, and she liked it. I never heard anybody say negative things about it, honestly. But is this a premier Irish whiskey? Why do you think it's $15.99? Because it's the best? Or is it $15.99 because it's cheap? I mean, that's really about one of the cheapest prices you can get today for Irish whiskey, aside from two gingers, which is, I think I can get two gingers for 50 cents cheaper. Crazy, man. Crazy. Wild. Wild. I'm doing well, everybody. All right. Put on some light. You know what? Let me wait on that. Let me pour them first, and then I'll put the light on because, you know, it's regular time now, not the pretend time. So it'll get dark when actually it's supposed to get dark. I mean, it's still, of course, it still was getting dark when it was supposed to. We were just pretending what the time was. All right. So they're showing a man on a bicycle. I don't know if Michael Collins, that Irish rebel leader, liked to ride bicycles. He may have. I don't know much about him. I know he was born in 1890, was killed in 1922. Oh, left that behind. All right. So, see how pale it is? Look how light. That's one of the lightest whiskeys you'll find. That is so pale. That is like straw. It has a little yellowness to it. I don't think they're adding any color into this one. If they were, they're wasting their time. Trying to get it to focus. There it goes. See how pale that is? Now, the Michael Collins got a little color to it. You know, it's a little gold, deep gold, almost an amber gold. Are they adding coloring? Couldn't tell you. Don't know. They're allowed to, though. Don't have to tell you. They're allowed to add coloring, and they don't have to tell you about it. I'm talking about for Irish blended whiskey. I'm not speaking about all whiskey. Only top-down trading says Trump 2024. I have a case after he wins. Well, good. We'll all be cheering if our candidate wins. All right. Having a grand old time. These presidential elections are always exciting, just like, say, Germany in 1932. Or the United States in 1968, or France in 1980, or whatever. All right. Now it's time to drink the product. It is the day of the show, y'all. Now, is it going to make a difference that they're aging the Drumcastle in bourbon and wine barrels? I don't know. It might. You would think so. Now, I was wondering, like, how is it done, though? Did they take half the whiskey and put it in wine barrels and half the whiskey and put it in bourbon barrels, and then they blend them together? Or do they take the whiskey and age it in bourbon barrels for like a year and a half, and then take it out and age it in wine barrels for a year and a half, which will add up to 3 years? That's a very interesting question. And anyway, it said at least 3 years. So, those are the kind of things where the youngest whiskey might be 3 years old, but they might have whiskeys in here that's 5 to 10 years old. I don't know. But it makes you wonder how they do it. Do they filter it before they age it? Do they filter it after they age it? There's so many complex questions, and I have no answers. Does this smell good? Whatever one it is. Certainly does. Smells bready, doughy, like white bread, dough, the dough part, not the crust. A little bit of crust. Smells mighty fine. Oh, now, I said the Michael Collins seemed to have a peatiness to it, like it's got a peaty note. Now, my friend David was like, you're wrong. Scotch whiskey has peat. Irish whiskey doesn't have peat. I said, typically, that's correct. Typically. I said, but that's not a law. I told him that's not a law. It's just a practice or a convention or tradition. I said, there's no law against Irish whiskey having a high peatiness. And there's no law that Scotch whiskey has to have a high peatiness. So it's just it's like, oh, well, I live in South Carolina and this is the way I do my barbecue. You say, oh, well, I know how South Carolina barbecue tastes, but that's the general way they do it. But that doesn't mean it's always the way they do it, you see. No, I mean, so, but I think I'm getting a little peaty note. Now, another thing to consider. $23.99, $15.99, but I paid $14.99. You see, they're selling it for $15.99 now. But well, of course, I did buy this bottle a few years ago. But I paid $14.99 and I paid $23.99. Now, is it going to be $9 better? The Michael Collins might be better. I wouldn't be shocked if it was better. I wouldn't be shocked if it wasn't any better. But it's not going to be $9 better. I don't see that. I don't believe it. I cannot see it being $9 better. I cannot see that. I can't envision it. I can't imagine it. I can't conceive of it. Taste time. Well, I don't know why that tastes like that. Let me give it a second sip because that got me. I won't even mention what I thought it tasted like, but that threw me off bad. Okay. Oh, you know what? I remember the Drumcastle having a little peaty note as well. You say, what? You're crazy, man's gone mad. No, I remember that now. I don't understand it. It's got the wine cask and the bourbon. Now you say, well, that's a pretty clashing thing. Wine, bourbon, they don't really taste alike. That could throw the flavor off. I don't think it'll throw the flavor off. It'll just make it, well, different. Okay, let's go back to this. Or go to this. I never tasted it yet. I can't go back to it. I didn't taste it yet. I don't know. This one tastes lighter. Plenty lighter. It tastes light, like a light whiskey, but they both 40%. I can't look. I got to keep my eyes closed. I'm not trying to ignore your comments, but if I see that pale straw color, I'm gonna know what it is. And I couldn't stand it if I cheated. Well, I would just erase the video and start over is what I would do. But then I'd be wasting a whiskey, and I can't stand that. Okay. I think I got it. This one tastes a lot more oaky and strong. Let's be honest, stronger, which may or may not appeal to you. You might find it's too harsh. It's like, oh, that's too strong. Or you might find, oh, that has a lot of character. But you see, if you thought it was too strong, you might say they should have distilled it 3 times. This double distill business is not suiting me. It's too gamey. It's too funky monkey. I don't want all that. It's like too rich. Yeah, that would be the word. It's too rich. Give me the frisson. Like it's like, ooh. Well, yes, I can understand that. But I'm gonna say, hold on. I think you do get a peatiness over here too, there. Just like I was saying, I remember, but it's so much lighter. It's light or drier. It's less sweetness, but they both have sweetness. It's more crisp if you want to say a whiskey is crisp. And and maybe more mild and mellow. Okay. Well, now I prefer this one. I like it. It's drier, it's crisper, it's milder, it's lighter in the body, and it just like floats along. This one is coming at you like Michael Collins in the Civil War. Say, I dare you to ambush me. I dare you to ambush me. And you say, I'll take that dare. And then boom, and he's killed. And then they make a whiskey named after him. And then later you say, we all did it because of fame. You ain't no human being. Uh, I think this is the Michael Collins. I got it. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it if I just had confidence. I was like the little train that could. I think I can. 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 You know what? I know I can. I got that choo choo. I got that choo choo. I got that choo choo. Like the little engine that could. I got that choo choo. I got that choo choo. I got that choo choo. Like the little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. You know, and all of that. So, and moving on. So, well, hey, you haven't wasted it if you're drinking it, right? Well, I feel like I'd be wasting it, if I didn't do the challenge. We have a winner, and the winner is Drumcastle, and the winner is me. And the winner is me because I was able to tell them apart. So I got 3 wins, no losses. 3 wins, no losses. Any knock against Michael Collins? No knock against it, but it is $9 more expensive. Well, $8 now. And $8, like Benjamin Franklin said, a penny saved is a penny earned. And furthermore, some people might object to that kind of rich, if you want to call it rich, like chewy flavor. Some people might say cloying, a little too sweet, a little too, like I say, funky monkey, but that's not an official term. But if you prefer the light, the crisp flavor, say like a Tullamore DE DE. I was tasting whiskey. No, the Tullamore DEW type thing. This would be very similar to a Tullamore DEW type of situation. I think you would like it. And I don't know why the local Albertsons over here does not have it listed anymore. I cannot explain that. But like I say, it's a conglomerate. There's different stores under an umbrella. So Albertsons is over here, Jewel Osco's here, Vons is over here. You people in California know Vons, Safeway, and so forth. So they might leave the purchasing up to their discretion. So Albertsons might say, "Nah, we don't want to carry that anymore." Okay, fine. But Jewel Osco and Vons and Safeway might say, "Heck, we're going to keep it," and then they keep it. And so I've just showed you the website, and they gave you the price, $15.99 until tomorrow evening when they close, so you can go run and get some. Of course, both products are very nice. You say, "Oh well, you're obviously not a whiskey guy because you're saying that a $23.99 bottle of whiskey tastes good, and everybody knows that's junk, and no real whiskey person would drink that. We don't lower ourselves to that." Well, you may not, and that's fine if you do not. But I'm telling you here, and I'm unanimous in this, I think you can get whiskey, Irish whiskey for cheap. In this case, $15.99 as of right now, $23.99 as of right now, and they taste mighty good to me. Oh yeah, that was a good idea to do the wine cask, wine barrels, as they say on the label, and the bourbon barrels. And either they did it separately, half and half, or like I said, they did a progression. They took all the whiskey, went into wine, then they took it out and brought it into bourbon. I don't know their process. If you live in Canada, I don't know their process. But whatever they did, it sure did come out nice. So it just goes to show you. Thank you, Sazerac. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say the Founders Company. But you could do your own trademark research and find out. But this, like I said, this may be discontinued, but since Sazerac bought it, so now we got a family feud right here. Two families of the same tribe. I don't know if it's Issachar or Levi or Ephraim or Manasseh or Benjamin or Judah or whoever it is, but I know they're from the same. They're two different families, but they're of the same tribe these days since the buyout. But I don't know if this one's still made. But they do still make Michael Collins the prediction. So I do know that. They're showing that on the website right now. Michael Collins the prediction. So, but Sazerac, they're kind of funny, you know, so they might still make this. Okay, so it was a fabulous taste challenge, and I'm so excited that I got it right 3 times and got it wrong 0. So I think Michael Collins does distinguish itself. Now, whether you think that's good or bad, like I say, you might try it and say, well, I don't like it. It's too rich, too peaty or whatever. All right, but at least you'll be able to tell it apart. I think you should be able to differentiate it, and that's important. I guess it's important. All right, so the next taste challenge is going to be Michael Collins versus one that I'm almost certain is discontinued, but I'm not quite certain, so I can't say it. But it's called, and I bought it right here at Walmart, which is not even a mile away from me. It's called Do Hands, and I got it for $19.99, and it had the beautiful box, you know, it comes in a box. And I said, oh, I got a good deal, $19.99, and a week later they dropped the price to $9.99 to close it out. And I felt played because I could have saved $10, but I didn't know they were going to discontinue it. So Do Hands, could you find it around? It wasn't on the market very long. What, 2019, and they got rid of it maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, if it's gotten rid of. But Do Hands, I mean, if you find it for $19.99, I guess you could buy it. It's no big deal. Buy it. I paid that much, and I'm happy with it. But for $9.99, no, I think it was $9 even. Yeah, $9 even. Oh, I felt so bad after I saw it for that price. I said, oh, $9. Couldn't believe it, but it was too late. Butch Willie said, I had a bottle of Tullamore 12. I just have the regular Tullamore now, but I got implosive. You got implosive, and drank it all very quickly. Okay, but felt paid too much for it. $51 for a 750. Well, of course, I don't know the price for that, so I can't say. But you could research it online, and you get a pretty good array of prices to give you a understanding. Oh, impulsive, but you said implosive. You imploded. And that was due to your impulsivity. He imploded due to his impulsivity. But which I've done many times. But anyway, so the winner, I'm going to stick with Drumcastle. I think I would prefer it, and I would certainly buy it over the Michael Collins, no doubt. I would definitely buy Drumcastle over that. Definitely. All right, y'all take care. And when will we be back for another whiskey taste challenge? It may not be as long away as you believe.